Okay, everybody, today we're in Farmingdale on Long Island in Nassau County, and we're going to be going to Tommy Shots Gioeli, his hangout slash headquarters, which was a bowling alley, and then we're going to go to where he dumped some bodies, which I have put in a video before, but we'll shoot over there again because it has a lot to do with these stories. Alright, so the bowling alley will be there in just a second. It's 999 Conklin Street, Farmingdale. Used to be called County Line Bowling Center. Now it is called Farmingdale Lanes. Alright. So this is Conklin right here. We're turning off of Birch Avenue. And he liked this spot as a hangout because he was very, very paranoid about the feds listening to him or anyone with a wiretap listening to him. So he liked it was loud. You had the families and the kids yelling and screaming and the pins getting knocked down and music and all that kind of stuff. So he enjoyed this. Okay, let's see if we get a good shot with the camera before I hop out and do a little walk around. There we go, Farmingdale Lanes. Like I said, used to be called County Line Bowling Center. Now this parking lot was a staging area before they buried a decent amount of bodies. So, this is the back parking lot of Farmingdale Lanes, formerly County Line Bowling Center. This was the staging area for a decent amount of murders. There were two separate people that were killed in Brooklyn, brought here. One of them was Wild Bill Cutolo, parked in this lot, and then brought to their location, their final resting place, which was a little area that we'll shoot over to. But yeah, I was mentioning how he's very, very nervous and concerned about being listened to by the feds. So he used to use one of those Nextel walkie-talkie phones, and the feds weren't able to get get permission to listen in on his phone calls or his walkie-talkies to go back and forth because he knew the person that owned the company. So if the feds went and did it, he would probably be alerted right away that they were listening in, and he would change up everything that he was doing. Yeah, one of the murders that took place happened in Brooklyn. All three of the murders actually happened in Brooklyn that we're going to be talking about. But one of them happened in Brooklyn and happened at a body shop, and the person was brought here at a later date. Two other ones were just... Here's the truck, by the way. Two other ones were just brought... Killed in Brooklyn and brought right here. Let's turn around here and continue to the next destination. Maybe if it's still light enough, which it should be, when I get over here, I could get a better look at where they buried Wild Bill's body and many others. Because in the last video, which I'll put in the description and I'll link it right now, it got dark by the time I got over there, so you couldn't really see much. But now, even if it does get dark, I have a flashlight in my truck just for this occasion. Okay, let's go over some of the murders that he committed or had people commit for him. One of them, he actually ordered a hit on a Colombo associate. I don't know if I mentioned this. He was the Colombo Street boss at the time. So he ordered a hit on a Colombo associate named Joe Miccio, M-I-C-C-I-O. Which is very uncommon. You don't order hits on your own guys, but he was very politically minded in the mafia. This particular person, Joe, stole a car from a restaurant, Marco Polo, in Carroll Gardens. It was a Benz. The car that he stole was of a Gambino soldier. So he didn't want any heat from that. The guy shouldn't have stole the car from that restaurant. I think it was a restaurant they would frequent. And then he calls up the Gambinos and he said, I took care of it. No more cars will be stolen from there. So that's how you handle that when you're, I don't know, a Colombo Street boss. Oh, you can turn right on red. I'm used to this city. I'm sorry, buddy. I appreciate the honk. Let's see if they zoom around real quick. Oh, 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 oh. Of course. No one's happy. No one's ever happy. So yeah, most of this information that we get here in this video is from Dino Calabro, who was a captain at the time, who's actually Tommy's right-hand man. He lived in the house next door from Tommy. The wife actually later on stole pictures from their house and tried to put them in as evidence, which I don't know if got rejected or not. If they didn't get rejected, I probably have those pictures, so they probably did get rejected, which were a lot of incriminating pictures of him, of Tommy with other mobsters. But besides the point, Dino Calabro ended up ratting and giving most of this information up, and that's why we have these stories today, and that's probably why Tommy's in jail. But moving on to the next murder. In 1997, this was a big situation here. Ralph Dols, D-O-L-S. He was killed. He was a police officer. He was killed while he was off duty because his wife was formerly married to the consigliere, a consigliere in the mafia, and two other Colombo associates before the consigliere. And they were embarrassed that someone was the wife of a high-up mobster, and then now was the wife of a police officer. NYPD. So they staked out his house, Big Dino, who's Dino Calabro, and Little Dino, who's his cousin, Dino Saraceno, and they staked him out for weeks to kill him, of course, and they almost killed him one day, but the officer made a yellow light, and they didn't make it through, so they didn't kill him. And then the next time they went to do it, they get out of their cars. He gets out of his car in front of his house. They walk up to him. He says, "What's up?" Because he has no idea who they are. They're walking up to him and they shoot him. One of them's carrying a 44 and one of them's carrying a 45. I believe it was a 44 Magnum revolver. The other's carrying a 45. They shoot him. He falls back onto his hood and dies there. That was obviously a big deal. Whenever the mafia kills a cop, which is like one of the, not even an unspoken rule, one of the spoken rules of the mafia, you don't kill police officers because it brings in a lot of heat. Yeah, that was a big deal. And then a couple of the other murders were Wild Bill Cutolo, which I mentioned before. He was brought into a basement, killed, and then in Brooklyn, and then brought here. They took the Southern State, Belt Parkway to the Southern State, all the way to here, and stopped at the bowling alley that we were just at to figure everything out, and then went here to where we're going next. Another person that was killed was Richard Greaves. He, this is kind of like an unfortunate, all of them unfortunate people are dying, but you'll understand what I'm saying. This guy just wanted to get out of the life. He didn't want to be involved in the mafia anymore. He wanted to move to the Midwest and just live a normal life, but that's not how it works. So, fearing that he might inform, he was lured into a basement, similar to Wild Bill Cutolo, and one shot in the back of the head, never seen again. They suspect that he's buried here, but his body was not recovered along with Wild Bill's when they discovered it in 2008. That was on August 3rd, 1995, he was killed. Yeah, this is like a little office park. We're right by a small airport. So this is an industrial area. That past 5 p.m., it's a Sunday right now, so I guess a few offices are open. But past 5 p.m., there's really nobody here. So you come here at night and you're not bothered. Another one of the people before we pull up to this spot was a 21-year-old named Carmine Gargano. His nickname was the Gorilla. He was not in the mafia, but apparently described as an animal by the NYPD. I guess he was a big, tough dude, probably caused a lot of trouble. He was in a body shop in Brooklyn, and a guy by the nickname Joey Caves, his full name was Joey Cutolo. Someone correct me on that one. I know I didn't say that right. When he was asked why he killed Carmine the gorilla, his answer was, I don't know, I just felt like it. I was upset. That was the answer to that. So, clearly these people aren't normal people. We've been over this a million times. But, yeah. Oh, the new Corvette. I don't know if you guys see it up there. The blue one. So, we're at the spot now. I'll finish up this little story and we'll walk down. So, he was buried in Brooklyn by the body shop that he was killed at. Apparently, he was very hard to kill. He was a 6'2", 230-pound guy. He survived a shot to the stomach and a shot to the eye. Then the guy, Joey, eventually swung a sledgehammer and slammed into his head, and that's what killed him. Then, yeah, he was buried close to the body shop in Brooklyn, and then dug up and brought here. Seems kind of crazy, but yeah, that's the story that we understand. All right, let's go for a little walk. Does all see the cats here? All right, let's see. I'm hearing some music. This is a dirt bike riding spot, so there might be a little bit of fun going on here. But yeah, this is where a lot of, well, one body was recovered, but a lot are presumed to be. Like I said last time I was here, it was a little dark. Oh, I messed up. I'm wearing white shoes. Okay. I forgot how wet and gross it is in here. And it hasn't even rained in a couple days. I'll show you the area on the map. It's a pretty, like, odd spot for an area like this. For, I don't know, just expansive woods. Not really expansive. I'll show you. It's surrounded by concrete and an airport. I walked upon this hole last time. Wonder what lives in there. You guys hear that music? Like, I wonder what that stuff is. I have no idea. Let's see, there's another trail that we walked by. But you could imagine a couple mobsters coming here at night, digging a hole, covering them in lime, and burying it back up. Apparently they put the lime there because to cover up the smell. I heard that it speeds up the decomposition process. Oh, it's a nice little soundtrack. It's said that he was buried, Cutolo was buried between here and the airport, which is over there. So, let's go that direction, see what happens. I left the truck running. A lot of you guys were concerned when I told you I left the truck running in my Gotti house video. No one really bothers me. Today will be the time I come back and my truck's not there. This would be a cool spot to ride a dirt bike. Hope I don't get lost in here. Or run up on something I'm not supposed to. Like, what's this? Oh, these are little cat shelters. Someone's tending to the stray cats out here. What was that? Is that a person or an animal? A little bit odd. It sounded big. Creepy. Creepy when you know that they're are probably still bodies buried under where I'm walking. Very odd. I would keep going, but I don't want to get lost. Let's keep going. I guess I could always look back at the video and get my way back. Some tires dumped. Wow, it's actually much bigger in here than I expected it to be. See the red lights over there? That's the airport. It might get dark as I'm in here, which I don't really want to happen, but anything for the content for you guys. Guys and girls. When I say guys, I mean. This is a serious area. Alright, let's see if I can remember my way out. I can go farther in, but I feel like we're just looking at trees at this point. I'm pretty directionally challenged, even though I might not seem like it in my videos. So this should be a nice little test. If you look at this area from maps, there's actually a little lake and one or two boats that were left, like small boats in the lake. Kind of odd. All right, we passed the cat shelters. We're on the right track. I didn't hear my truck pull away yet, so that's good. But I did get the muffler fixed, so I guess I wouldn't hear it too loud. I was gonna say, this is kind of like the scene of a movie where someone gets caught up in a bad situation, but in real life there are bad situations here, so I don't even want to refer to a movie. Real life is crazier. Now we're back out. See, I made it out. Oh, look, another hole. There's a lot living in here. There's the truck. Oh, there's the Corvette that I mentioned before. There's the truck. Look at that cat. Okay, that's just a quick video on a few things about Tommy Shots. Hope you guys enjoyed it. His house is in this area. I know his house was in Farmingdale. I couldn't find the address. I'm relying on you guys. Get me the address. I'll do another video on him. Alright? Okay, I will see you guys in the next one. Oh, I also have an Instagram, @mooneydashcam. I post in there all the time. If you're interested, it's kind of the crazy stuff I see all day in the city while I'm driving around. But, yeah, see you guys in the next one.